I was there when I needed someone who wasn't getting over you. When I move to the side, when I move, call you mine, and I know what you're feeling. I'ma take you for a ride, let me take it off your mind, cause you know it's the season. And I move, and I move.
Hi guys, welcome to Adulting Generation AIG podcast. My name is Nicole Gashera.
I'm Ivy Cortez. Nasikia vizuri.
We have missed you guys. Thank you, much love.
Naona mmeendelea kusubscribe.
January babies, we are here.
Naona mnaendelea kusubscribe. Hebu wakomentie kidogo.
Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you for everything that you've done to us. Wengine wanakuja hadi personal inbox kusema things are okay, things are going good, the topics are fire. I feel so nice. I'm glad you're seeing our work.
Kwanza nimewekea one resolution yetu mkono. This year lazima tutatravel. Amen. Unajua natafuta nini ya kutuwekea kwa status kwa nini? Wajua adulting generation si mchezo. Tutatravel. Kwa hivyo this year mtaona ma recaps zetu. Ama ni aje? Next year by the time tunasema happy new year. 2024 recap.
Yeah.
Itakuwa fire. Si ndio? Yeah. I'm planning to have fun by the way this year. Are you?
I'm planning to travel and explore.
I'm planning to have a lot of fun. Like, for example, you are 1 year older. How do you feel?
I'm very old.
Sisemi hivyo.
I'm very old. But I'm 1 year older and it's a lot of pressure from myself to achieve more and to work hard more and to work smart more because the society, I'm 1 year away from 25, which means I'm 1 year away from the judgmental year, the expectation year. For example, I'm finishing school this year. So by next year, by this year, the end of this year, I should have figured out what I want to do according to my financial stability.
Yeah.
Because also my siblings are wamemaliza form 4, so I'm still home.
Yeah.
So it feels a lot of pressure that wamemaliza shule and I'm still there. So I feel like it's okay. Okay, it's okay for me to be at home, but then again, in my heart, I feel like I need freedom.
Yeah.
I think I feel like I need my own space right now. My sister is big, so hatutoshe.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need my own me.
Yeah.
At my own pace, at my own time. So
nilikuwa naonanga kuwa an adult ni taamua tu kunini. Nita move out, nita do some things, you know, like I think at this our age is trying to show us that this is not the time, like the time ya kudelay ilikuwa kitambo. This is not the time to like in 5 years I'll be like, you know, in 2 years I'll be like, you know, nikiwa 18
but
I was
reality ina hit
sasa at your age. When I was 18 I was thinking I still have a lot of time.
Nilikuwa najamia when I be 20. Kwanza unajua nafaa kumaliza nikiwa 22. So vile sasa ninamaliza nikiwa 23, hii mwaka ndio ingefaa maybe hustle kutafuta. But you just accept because of the corona thing. You just accept and move on because okay, by next year I would like to be somewhere better. I don't know where, but I'd like to be somewhere better because you never know God's plan. Then I have a lot of decisions that I'm making that are scary in my life.
I know.
That are adulthood decisions and they are big, so I feel like I'm just Nicole.
It's adulting.
Yeah.
It's adulting.
I'm just Nicole, so I feel like it's okay.
Me, I feel like nikiwa 18 ama nikiwa 17 I used to say niko na time, like it's far, you know, what before the movie, you know, yeah, I used to delay a lot of things because I think that I have time. But now I'm 22. I'm like, wow, Ivy, this is not the time. You cannot delay anymore. Like it's either now or never. You know, it's either now you start being stable because when you're young, there's there is nothing to be stable about. But when you're old, you have to look at the stability where you stand. Now this is life for you. Now this is your journey. At 17, you aren't even moving your own journey. I don't think so.
At 17, I was still in high school.
Yeah.
What am I moving?
There was no journey
KCSE.
there was no journey to start, but now you're starting your new life. It's like you're being reborn again in a new era.
I'm starting my new journey.
Yeah.
I said sobriety. I'm starting a lot of new journeys. In many things, in relationships, in friendships, in
True.
everything. Because the friendship that I had last year, they're not anymore this year. So I feel like I'm really starting a lot of things. I've grown old.
The pressure of growing old.
Even it's not the pressure, it's how I'm maturing, how I'm taking things, how I'm dealing with things. So I feel like, Nicole, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. Sometimes tell yourself you're doing a good job because
And
no one will tell you that. When you be the first one to tell yourself that.
always tell yourself that. I think like being in nini sema kujicalm down in our pressure in me najiambianga all the time like calm down, it's just 23, just stay calm, it's okay for changes are going to come whether you like it or not.
I know, Juicy, I was saying to myself, Nicole, this summer come up on Sunday, we won't live another Sunday like today.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. So I'm supposed to live my best that Sunday.
Yeah.
That means I'm supposed to niishi vizuri hiyo Sunday, nitumie vizuri that Sunday. So I was like, really, I'm growing up, really, days are going, really, everything is moving, time is not waiting for anyone. So I feel alafu juzi nikasoma mahali that says when you're in trouble or when you're down, dust yourself up as quick as possible, then go back to what you're supposed to do. Because even if it's, for example, if it's a breakup, you won't stay at that bubble for the rest of 2 years or 5 years. For example, if it's grief, you can't come over it, but you just accept and tell God to give you strength to move on. Vitu kama hizo, they will push you. True. And many more.
And many a lot. Okay, speaking about the society, we are today's topic is domestic violence, of which it's a very sensitive topic, by the way.
It's very triggering. I myself have seen that very closely in my family. So
yeah. Now, I think domestic violence inakuja based on the kind of environment to grow up in. We are going to discuss about how we've seen, maybe we have not experienced it, but we have seen it, na tumekuwa around it, and how it has affected us, of which ni topic yenye ni triggering sana, na it's a lot of emotions, and yeah, na lazima tuongelele, ndio, because this is what this platform is all about. We speak about the things we've been going through and the things we have seen,
and the things people have gone through that they cannot talk about.
Exactly.
So what can I say about domestic violence? GBV, gender-based violence. First of all, what can I say about it? It's toxic. Toxic meaning it leads in very many things, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's very triggering. And I feel like, have I ever gone through myself? Have I ever gone through gender-based violence? No. But I've seen someone who wants to be rough with me. So, which is not acceptable. The moment I notice that, I tell you, and I'm like, I'm done. Have I had friends who have gone through it? Yes. I have a friend who went through it with a boyfriend. Said a boyfriend, unaishi na yeye. Boyfriend to boyfriend.
Mnaonana tu once in a
Because
while.
of maybe the girl, the girl was sent to money by another guy, so the guy was so furious na akaanza kumchapa, akimuuliza mbona anachukua pesa kutoka kwa namba wengine and all that. okay, no one deserves to be beaten. No one. Hata siku hizi watoto hawachapwi. Siku hizi watoto wanapewa physical punishment.
Yeah.
You're grounded, wash the dishes, wash the floor.
Actually,
Hizo
so
vitu kama
bad.
hizo.
Hiyo maneno ya kuchapana mpaka watoto walikuwa na
So nishaiona hiyo na nisha experience a friend who is very very triggered and traumatized about that. The extent of that guy akamchapa na akacall the parents, ako like, this girl has done this and this and this and I'm not leaving her. You know, it's very scary. I can imagine what some girls are going through, especially sasa hiyo hata gender based violence sasa iko a lot kwa sababu sasa tume kama hizi cases za Airbnb.
Yeah.
Of course huyo mtu amechapwa. Ndio akuja uliwe. Umempigwa mablo kadhaa ndio sasa uone huyu mtu ataniua. Acha ni relax.
Okay.
So I feel like I have seen another case, another friend of mine, a person that I know who was in a relationship, stroke marriage, and the guy used to beat her brutally. Seriously. And it's so tough.
And it's so traumatizing. Anyway, for you as an individual who, yani, you cannot imagine having bruises on your
because of a man. because of a man. No. Okay, that's one thing I know that I cannot allow in life. If there's something I'm sure that I can't allow a man to do to me, is violence. Because I've seen it. And I truly know that I can't allow any man to do that on me. Even a point of a finger, I can't allow that. Because leo atakupoint hivi, kesho nikaslap, kesho hiyo
inaanzanga into dosage.
Alafu leo amekuslap, kesho anakuambia pole, it was just a mistake, sijui. The first slap, the second slap, hapo ndio unajua, hapo ndio moto inawaka sasa. Hapo ndio unaelekea kutandikwa vizuri. So I feel like people should just learn, should just know what they are supposed to check in a man. Watu wanafaa kujua.
And I think that growing up, for us seeing that and experiencing that, to trigger a lot of things in a way that inatuweka in fear of getting in a relationship, getting into marriage. Kwanza, like for me, mingi nime experience are like to make the same apartment with some of our neighbors, and you find that the guy goes drunk and then he beats his wife, and you know the beating is not like it's today, it can be today, kesho anapose, kesho anapose, of which hadi inakuwa a daily base, and inakuwa affect wewe unaanza kufikiria like maybe if I settle down with someone right now, like what if I go through that at the same time, because even the person who has been going through those beats is inconsolable. Always jua kinyo unaweza mwambia, unaona haujai experience wewe mwenyewe, so it's traumatizing for even those people who have undergone it, and for the person who are the environment that we grow up in, unaona. So gender-based violence naonanga sana. I don't know if it is because men think that women are weak or they cannot fight back, or nini ndio inatrinda hizo vitu.
Okay, on my side, addiction of anything should not be an excuse of you beating your wife. Because if you're addicted with coke, if you're addicted with bang, if you're addicted with, for example, if you're addicted with alcohol, you should not come home be brutal to someone because you're, last year you did this and this, now I'm punching you up. No. Another thing, I feel like anyone who beats you is bitter and angry about themselves.
They have an insecurity
about themselves. Yes. They have low self-esteem about themselves. But I was hearing another case, another celebrity was saying, bwanake alikuwa na the ex-husband now, alikuwa namchapa uso. Anamchapa uso because anasema hii uso ndio unatakanga kutafuta wanaume nayo, hii uso ndio unatakanga kufanya hivi na hivi. So I feel like as the age as we are, as young as we are, I feel like we should be careful with whoever we are around with, because the moment that the moment that tunakuja kutriggeriwa na vitu small like those, tunafaa kuwa just aware that you're dealing with an abusive person, you're dealing with a mentally unstable person, you're dealing with a bipolar case, you're dealing with a depressed person, you're dealing with someone even the parents don't know about it. So I feel like it's very wrong and it's not fair.
And I feel like behaviors kama zingine kama kitambo, I think like kitambo hiyo domestic violence, bwana kuchapa bibi ilikuwa a norm. It wasn't even, haikuwa kitu yenye ungeenda kuripoti hiyo kesi ya for our society. I'm talking about our African society. But say I think say ime create awareness. Me growing up nikiwa mtoto nilikuwa naonanga hiyo stuff ina happen like a daily basis, na utapata wewe msee hadi hajapeleka kwa polisi, yani anaweza neighbors wanaweza kuja watenganishe, yes, for a day, but next day unapata the same thing ina go on. Unaona, ilikuwa a norm, like it's normal for a husband to beat a wife, like it was so normal growing up. And for me, of which siwezi taka kuongelea, like mimi nime experience hivyo as a child, na iliniweka trauma sana, iliniweka fear sana. I closed myself to the world,
Self-esteem issues.
Yes, exactly, because I'm coming from a broken home. The next day you cannot concentrate in class. Why? Yesterday it was exactly, and there's nothing you can do, because if ukiingililia kwa fight kama hiyo, what happens?
You're at school, maybe you're boarding school, lakini ukikaa hivi unafikiria home, is my mother safe, is everything okay, leo atatandikwa na dadi, leo yani it's so toxic and so depressing when you feel like you should think about home when you're far away from home.
Even if you're not fine, you're just around, unaogopa kwenda home jioni kwa sababu you will see like,
I have remembered something. Most of the kids who have experienced the gender-based violence, 100% baba alikuwa anasikika kwa gate. Mlishaingia bedroom, mlishalala, hata kama uko kwa bed sitter ulishangorota. Because the moment you know akiingia kwa hiyo mlango, mambo itatendeka kwa hiyo nyumba, you will be scared out.
true.
So I feel like people should not allow that, because okay, these toxic husbands and toxic wife, because it happens both. Huyo mtu anakuanga amekuja amekwambia, you know you're nothing, you know you can't do this and this, you know mimi peke yangu ndio nakuvumilia, mimi peke yangu ndio nakupenda, and I'm beating you up because you can't get it. Alafu most of the, I have a lot of things to say about this. Alafu ako so toxic, inaingia into your head, unafikiria there is no one else who can.
You have a right to be beaten.
You have a right to be beaten because you're stupid,
because you're not confident, and there's no one else in the world who can love you the way he loves you.
No.
So that is what they wanna twist in their own world. They want to twist you in their hand. And I think most of those people who want to like initiate the beatings, they want to be in control, number one. And they are never the victims, number two.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
never the victims.
They're never the victims.
There's always something you did wrong that triggered them. There's always
so many jibu. So that's why you slap. I'm like, what the hell?
And they're not sincerely apologetic. They will watakupata, yani imagine
Me, I think inanikasirisha juu nimeiona live, so I'm like, ati unashindanga ukiekelea sijui chakula hivi na hivi. Me, I won't even bring that food. You'll never see me in that house.
Unajua kitu ilinishangaza ni kwa sababu this famous singer and the world knew about her. Her name was
I don't know. Let's continue.
Her name was Osinachi.
Okay.
She was a very famous Nigerian woman.
And she was killed by the husband.
Imagine, because she wants to maintain her image to the world, she alinyamazia your story.
You have seen the story of you and Avril.
I didn't see.
Avril come out akisema vile the boyfriend used to beat. Alikuja hadi na the bruises and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Which year? This year.
Last year ikiisha. Alikuja hadi na
see.
bruises vile boyfriend yake amemtandika sijui nini there. Yani many people go through these things and they feel like it's shame for them. Unajua acha nikwambie, the Kitambo society, we should change this thing. Tuko 2024. Kitambo ungechapwa huyo hata mamako. There is also another girl I know. Alipigia mamake, "Mom, nani na nani amenislap." Ako like, "Nini umefanya?" Why does it have to be nini nimefanya? Why is it not wrong for him kunitandika?
So that's the first question they ask.
So niko like, no, you should be sure that I'm innocent. Despite nikutusi nikwambie nini na nini na nini, you're not supposed to lay a hand on me. You're neither my parent, you're neither God, you're nothing. Please, man. Please, women, you're nothing. You should not beat anyone.
And I think after that story, actually come out. You know, like, she was a powerful girl, you know. Her marriage, in everybody's eyes, her marriage was okay. And you know, the funny fact is, the husband's family knew what was going on. Imagine.
These people know.
And I'm like, is the mother not like a woman too? Like, only the fact that this is bad and this is not supposed to be happening. And you know, funny fact, one thing that you don't know, he used to beat the wife in front of the kids. Imagine.
That happens a lot.
And then when they were walienda kwa concert, he used to keep the wife outside. The car is moving.
You know, funny thing is that most of the, these to the celebrities, the people who are known, most of the people who are famous, they are broken in heart. Yeah. But they show the good and appearance in everything. So I feel like at sisi we have a bad things that happen behind the camera.
Yeah.
And when you find your husband or you find your wife, that's the pillar of your strength, because yeye ndo anajua the dark part na yeye ndo anajua the exposing part yenye ni good, you're a celebrity. And so anatake hiyo as an advantage, as a weapon of punishing you, because anajua yeye tu ndio anajua the bad part na the good part. So people stay in toxic relationships because of such bad relationship, because huyu mtu ndio ako hapo in your good and in your bad. Yet anafaa kuwa hapo. That's a normal thing. It's not a favor. It should not be a favor. So anafaa kujua that I'm here for the good, I'm here for the bad, but I'm also supposed to be good to you. See, I beat you up because nakwambia, unajua kwanza they beat you up and tell you that you have a miserable family, you have a miserable career, you just show people how you're smiling, how you're doing this and this, and yet they just do it. I don't know. I'm just bitter about this topic.
Everyone is bitter, Nicole. And I think, for me, my opinion is, that is my greatest fear. Before you settle down, yeah, lazima. Unataka kumaanisha, I want to ask you something. Do you feel like lazima ukae na huyo mtu before you settle down? Ndio ujue ama how do you know that this person? Because ukidate amwezi jua, si ndio? Huwezi jua routine ya huyo mtu unless
my opinion on that, it's not a must you issue with that person. But you spend a lot of time with that person. Maybe the vacay of like 1 week or 3 days, ako all over you, those 3 days, ako all over you, that 1 week, sorry. So, utaona, si mtakosana. As a normal couple, mtakosana within those 3 days. Either one time, ama, juu hamwezi kuwa perfect the whole, maybe people are, but hamwezi kosana. So you'll get, ukimjamisha, ana behave aje, ako like, what the hell is wrong with you? No. Anafaa kuwa like, babe, why have you done this and this and this? Evil. Pia the dame, pia kuna toxic girls. Atakuwa like, why have you done this to me? Ukishajua hivyo, run. I have a friend who is a guy, a classmate. Mwenye alikuja, dame yake alikuja kavunja everything. Sitting room, na bed, yani TV, everything was broken. That's a dangerous person. If you're dating that girl, na amevunja kila kitu, atakuja kukuchoma ndani ya hiyo nyumba. Aya, wengine wamemwagiliana acid. Kuna maybe dem amepata ama bibi amepata umecheat, anakumwagilia acid. Hizo cases ziko hadi kwa TV. So I feel like you learn, it's how people ignore the red flags because of maybe how they are traumatized about things, and they're like, you know, most of the people who go through abuse, they have gone through mental abuse. They have been wameongeleshwa negative things about themselves. So akikuja kupata maybe a partner mwenye anamwambia I love you, you're beautiful, ako like nikitoka kwa hiyo relationship nitaenda nani aniambie tena mimi ni mrembo. So I feel like people consider what you're going through. People consider, because despite umetoka in the traumatic family, you're also supposed to be in a healthy environment or relationship for you to heal. Because hizi vitu na the hard topics, ndio maana tunaambiwa before you get serious with that person, talk about the hard topics in that dating life, because unafaa kuambia mtu. But like me, what are the things that I've gone through my childhood? I have told my partner, kama si into details, no. So, but I have told him what triggers me. If you do this and this and this, it triggers me. If you do this and this and this, it triggers me because of my past experience. So I feel like you should tell that person that you love, ndio ajue hata kama ata survive. Kuna traumas zingine mtu hawezi survive. Like in rape traumas, huyo mtu akisha mkiwa in the process anakumbuka. Maybe kuna vile utamshika atakumbuka, ita trigger. So I feel like people should talk bana.
Ndio maana nasema domestic violence ina create impact sana kwa mtu. Even as a child, even as a woman, even as a guy. Yani even men receive the same thing. Like it's not an open topic that he may discuss here, but I think even the fact that msichana anaweza hadi kuwekea sumu kwa chakula. Huwezi jua.
I saw another prank. Imagine, people are so toxic. You can traumatize someone.
Truly.
Juu unawezaje prank bwanako that umemwekea sumu?
After mkule.
Yeah, tell kama mimi nimekuletea food hapa. Utamprank aje? Sasa nimekuwekea sumu, sasa nitachukua zile mali zako zote. I'm like, hell no. I'll never trust you. I'll never eat that food in peace. Ikue prank, isikue prank. That's triggering. Because it happened.
Kuna incident I saw. I think there's a DJ who buried his wife. The wife alimwambia I'm going to drink. Ni yeye ndo alinishit you, I'm going to drink the.
Ndio alikuanga na suicidal most of the time, and na ilikuwa mara mingi. So the guy I think had gotten used to that. And then one day that woman, they were both drunk.
Yeah.
That woman alinunua sumu. So it was a conversation. They talk, and then the woman said she will kill herself. She will drink that poison. Imagine that woman kwenda kunywa hiyo poison, yet the DJ didn't stop her. Ati because alikuwa amezoea kuona that she's drinking poison. What the hell is that?
The kind of toxic relationship in the family. Imagine and the kid was there. She called the kid, telling I need a brother. And he's telling the kid she's going to die.
I know. Hiyo kitu ilinitraumatize like for a whole. Hata saa hii mimi kuona huyo DJ and how he looks, it's a trigger. It's a red flag to men. Yani mtu anafanana yeye. Sitaki kabisa. Sitaki. So I feel like no. I refuse, I rebuke. No. Mtu akuwe suicidal ama asiwe suicidal, you should not look at that person akijua or look at that person akijiham. For example, if you find yourself self-harming, am I supposed to look at you uendelee ku self-harm?
Because umezoea ni
okay, self-harm. Does that even make sense?
Does it make sense? And I think the greatest way to overcome domestic violence, even the support of your family, support of your friends, inasaidia sana ku overcome, because unaweza pata in an incident where the girl anachapwa, right? But the family is like, the problem is like it's a marriage. You start, kuna vitu zingine unafaa kuvumilia.
Bro,
hiyo ati it's just a marriage. Kuna vitu zingine unafaa kuvumilia. Our families who encourage us to stay in those marriages because ni boma. Wanasemanga ni boma. Ni boma yako unajenga.
Unalinda
boma.
That is wrong. Watu walianza kuwa single mothers kitambo sana. Don't kusema sijui ni dirisha, ni mlango. Ni dirisha, ni mlango, ni we are over that, guys. We are over that. Just gain courage. I know it's not easy for you to move out of that toxic relationship, that toxic marriage, because right now, people our age are getting married. People our age have big kids than us. Kuna hata mabeshti zangu wako na watoto wako 5 years na tuko the same age. So people are into marriage. So I feel like don't fear, because ukiogopa wewe ndio utaumia finally. So I feel like, guys, get the courage to move out of that toxic relationship. Get the courage to stop a man from beating you. Get the courage to just leave and walk away, because toxic people never change.
True.
Toxic is toxic.
And
if you're the one who is toxic and you need to change your ways,
change it.
Change them. Go for therapy. Do things that will help you in life. So I feel like do something that you love. Kuchapa. It's so sad how some men wanafikirianga ama some women wanafikirianga that kuchapa mtu you're a king ama a queen. It's so sad. You're so toxic. You're so mad. So I feel like change. If you're the toxic one, kama mimi kuna vitu najua they trigger me and at some point I can be toxic. Just try and compose yourself. Think about it. Nicole, is what can you about to do? If it's right, if it will harm anyone, do them the right way.
And usiangalia the benefits unapata out of the abusive person, because even if you stop thinking about what will I do, where will I start? People start from nowhere. People start from that rent year 2000.
Then
people start from Kakamabati. They start from somewhere and then you grow. Actually, hadi ni wewe unakuwa unajifungianga hizo vitu zako za kupro. Jua unafikiria like nitatoka niende niishi wapi? Utatoka mwili yako irelax. Utatoka ukue peaceful. Utatoka life is so long. Yani you'll struggle. I know you'll struggle a few months, but it's better than being treated that way. It's better than bruises that you those are actually medical bills that you will pay. It's better to live a peaceful life than live a life where you have everything and then you have nothing. So you have everything and you have nothing. You've forgotten your self. Actually, even being a victim, you forget who you are actually. So whenever you get out of there, you'll find yourself. Go to therapy, which is important. Nasema, it doesn't matter what people will talk about out there. They will talk about, and whether you are going unaenda vizuri, whether you have a good marriage, they will talk. Wataongea. So if you don't stand out for yourself, if you don't stand out, if you don't speak, if you didn't say no to violence, no to GBV.
Now, then pia talk to your friends. Ni pia watu unajua pia this is one thing people fake it. Because una fake your life, una fake. Sasa kama mimi nikujanga nikwambia, you know my marriage is perfect. Yeah. My darling bought me this and this and this. Bro, unachapo kila siku. Unakunjwa ndani ya kitanda. Ndani ya kitanda. Stop being stupid. You're the stupidest person in that marriage and relationship because you're faking it. Nilikuwa nasema, if the moment you can't say things are bad. Kama siwezi kuja nikwambia, my relationship is trembling. Hivyo. Kama siwezi kuambia hivyo, I'm faking my life, which is very wrong. I'm supposed to be, kama si, when we meet up, how is you, how is blah blah blah. We check on each other. So the moment niko at a bad place, na nakuja naambia Ivy I'm at a good place. I'm sick.
Ni
I
wewe
should be in Mathare. I'm sick.
When unajifanya leo hizo vitu ziendelee. Alafu there's this I was searching about this topic and then I saw Maju ama TikTok ama a platform or creator saying whether if someone is in a bad state or trying to I think Navy.
Oh, nishaiona TikTok.
It's like this.
Ukiwa in a dangerous place
or situation or someone is just
hata nimeona vitu mingi kwanza airport. Saa zile watu maybe drug trafficking ama people trafficking people. They are like
help me. This is help.
Wow! we got it. Good girl.
Because this is a situation una undergo. So if you need help, you just do like this. Tutakimbia.
Alafu ama make a sign.
Yes.
Alafu these toxic people are very yani wanapenda kuonyesha watu they are people pleasing. Wako in public ako
they have good image.
Darling husband, darling kwa nyumba unatandikwa. Tumalizie hapo. Tutaonana. Let's wrap it because this topic
ina ningi Nicole wewe I think you should be human beings, stop being animals.
Yeah,
start living as a human being.
We are wrapping it up. Let's meet next Friday at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. every Friday. We thank you for all the support. Sahi tuko 200. We want you to come. Please kujeni jamani. Subscribe, share, comment, tuambie. Maybe if you're not free to talk about it on the comment section, my personal page is Nicole Gashera on all platforms.
I am Ivy Cortez in all platforms.
And our AIG podcast platforms are AIG Podcast, which of pia hapo you can come and talk about it. And if you want to give your experience,
platform is
you can sit down and you talk about it. So thank you guys for listening to us. Kwa kufika hapa, thank you. Mwenye amefika hapa, I know you have learned a lot. I know you have courage right now. I know you feel better right now if you're going through the same thing. And we are praying to God you have the courage to move out of that toxic relationship, toxic friendship, toxic family, because also sometimes we say that you better love your parents from away because sometimes parents are toxic, relatives are toxic, and most of us have gone through the same, and we are warriors, we are surviving.
And at the end of the day, self-love, jieke
and self-esteem.
Even if you don't want to, just jieke kwanza, jipende kwanza. We only have one life. We live once in life. So bye guys. See you next time.
Just don't say it's love. You know it ain't sweet enough. Just don't say it's love. I've heard this shit too much.